Hello, Intro to Chemistry students. I would like to take a few minutes to go through the information that you're going to need to know for this week. This covers chapters 1 through 3 in your textbook. While I'm not going to go through and lecture on every single topic that's in there, you'll find that some of these things are things that you've learned in the past, so it's kind of brushing up your skills from maybe some high school biology or chemistry you may have had, maybe a little bit of math and things like that. So you're going to find some areas that you maybe need to focus on a little more, and what you may need may be different from somebody else. So as you walk through, if there's certain parts that you need to focus on, spend some time there. But again, we're not going to have a big lecture on each chapter because a lot of this is some review of things you may have come across at some point in your life. Starting next week, because it's going to be all diving into chemistry, you're going to have a lecture for each chapter. But this week, if you click on the lecture notes, you will see there's going to be some activities that you can do, and you can go scroll through and see the types of things that you need to know. So here's what this looks like. You have a periodic table activity, a physical changes activity that you can click on and work on there as well. There's why study chemistry, so we have some information that shares why we need to understand chemistry, right? So that's the branch of science that deals with the identification of substances of which matter is composed. So we've got pure substances, mixtures, these are all composed of elements. So we have a little review of the periodic table. These are pretty much what everything that matter is made up of comes from, okay? So a little review here. Elements, okay, so everything is made out of atoms, okay, which includes the different elements from the periodic table. Compounds are various elements that are put together. A chemical formula is when you take more than one element and put it together. We talk about physical and chemical transformations this week. Precision versus accuracy. Precision is getting the same answer over and over again. Accuracy is getting it right on the bullseye. Okay. We use the dart game as an example here. The next two pieces of this week include significant figures and scientific notation. So make sure that you review how we do significant figures. Okay, there's a little information here. How to convert things to scientific notation. We look at different units of measure, SI base units. We need to know how to convert temperatures from Fahrenheit to Celsius and Celsius to Fahrenheit, along with Kelvin. Be able to calculate density. Density is the mass divided by the volume. We do some unit analysis. We need to convert things like hours to minutes, grams to milligrams. We need to quantify energy. Okay, so we look at how things undergo changes in energy, like melting ice, etc. This involves calories and joules. The next topic is Dalton's atomic theory. And we look at his a couple different laws that he has. We look at the development of the different atomic models, such as the plum pudding model, Rutherford's model. We look at the structure of the atom, the atomic number, our mass numbers. Mass numbers are very important when it comes to clinical chemistry that we deal with. We are going to look at how we determine the gram molecular weight. We're going to talk about that more when we get to laboratory math. We use isotopes. We talk about isotopes. We look at the modern periodic table. Things are divided between periods and groups, and we have different sections. And then we have the ionization energies. We go from positively to negatively charged ions and what the difference might be. And that composes this week's content. Again, we are scraping the surface. Things that you would need to know from a quiz would be in these lecture notes. You'll notice that chapters 1 through 3 cover quite a few pages. But if you're familiar with what's found on these notes and you're able to complete your written assignment, you will do very well on your quiz. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And again, next week we're going to start standard chapter by chapter lectures.